We out. What's going on, everybody? All right, let's go bring it up on the big sticks. You ready to light this show up?
Yep,
Let's do
let's
it,
do it.
baby. On.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mac and Black Show. Happy Valentine's Day to all our lady listeners out there. How you doing, Black?
I'm good. What's going on, Mac? Good to be back in the studio with you.
Yes, sir. It's
Let's-
been a minute.
I like that intro. Let's get started.
Woo!
Here we go. What's
Oh,
going
that
on, man? How you
wasn't-
doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm
Good.
doing good. Excited because we almost had a big break if we didn't meet up today, and I don't think we could do that to our listeners.
No, and again, it goes a little bit back to what we talked about priorities, right? We've got a ton of other things going on in life, but we still want to make this something that we continue to do and drive on. A little flexibility, but we're here in the studio. Good to
Yeah.
see you on a Tuesday.
You too, man. Tuesday, it's different for us. We usually meet up on Fridays.
Well,
But like I said, we're both busy men,
well,
and
we haven't had a Tuesday, probably a guys' night. That used to be our guys' night in Belmar. Remember?
yeah.
Every
So
Tuesday.
so for those of you that don't know, you guys had the 15th Ave Beach House in Belmar, and we started a guys' night every single Tuesday night, and that lasted a long time.
Yeah, I probably would say it was a good 2 years: winter, summer, spring, fall. We didn't
Yeah,
discriminate.
2,
Every
3
Tuesday
year
night, we found
run.
an activity to do.
And then it faded away.
It did. It
But
did.
some good times.
Absolutely.
Some good times.
Well, yeah, because I haven't seen you since the late January. I just got back from a work trip. Was our corporate kickoff down in Texas at the Austin. They took like, I don't know, 2,000 of us.
Did you guys deal with any of the weather that's been going on? You were all right.
Well, my flight was delayed out there um initially out of Philly, got canceled, flew out of Newark, got down to Austin, and they just don't have ice or salt in the South like the way we do up here in the North. Like we pre-salt, we're prepping for that snow disasters. You walk outside, it's no different than a normal wet, rainy day in Jersey, but they just don't have the salt to accommodate. So
The prep.
yeah, they don't have that.
Yeah, they got hit pretty hard. Excuse me, tongue twister over there. Hit pretty hard the past 2 weeks with ice.
Well, it confuses me is they had such a tremendous difficulty during their last winter storm.
You would think.
So at what point do we say, okay, guys, we need to revisit the way we're treating this and improve it a little bit? Like there were 160,000 homes in Austin without power.
It's crazy.
Like the way that there was ice, it was frozen on trees. I have never seen before in Jersey. It was like a winter wonderland, and then all those trees they just fall down because they can't sustain the weight of the ice. It's like 1.8 times the normal weight per square inch or something like that. Someone was telling me.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. But then on the way back, of course, my flight was canceled for maintenance issues. So I asked the flight attendant or the desk attendant at the airport. I go, "What do you mean maintenance issues?" Because to me that means it needs an oil change, right? It's maintenance. Like what was
it
the
could
window
mean
washer fluid low?
It could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, but to me, I regularly schedule maintenance. That's what maintenance means
Well-
to me. Don't tell me tell me something's broken if something's broken.
You know what it could mean as well, which I just saw a recent video of it.
Get me with that, man.
How they de-ice the planes. Have you ever seen the process?
Isn't it just like a gas? Like that they spray on it? Like a
It's-
power
I think
washer
it's
type of thing?
It is a power washer thing, but I think it's like a liquid. It almost looks like brown, and they spray down the planes with it. It's wild looking.
Well, I imagine that they have to spray them down with some type of chemical because then when it would drip off the plane and it would stay on the ground, it would freeze as puddle. So it has to be some type of like antifreeze solution.
Well, it's exactly. It coats the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
but
you
it's pretty wild.
at the end of the summers, you can pour a little bit of antifreeze in your pool filter skimmer baskets to help the pipes not freeze in them. Little
Yep.
trick.
I think my dad does that.
It's
I
just
should
sugar
say.
water. Bees will love it though, so be careful of that. What's
Really?
going on in your world though?
Same old stuff, man. Getting ready for Valentine's Day, and same old stuff, man.
You're
Busy.
getting ready for Valentine's Day like it's a very big initiative. I think that's one of the things we'll talk about today.
Yeah, exactly. But doing good, man. Kiddos are good. Family's good. Getting some stuff done around the house. Works busy. Same old crazy dad life. You know.
Good. I'm glad. No, I was down in Austin for 4 days, and I won an award for Act with Integrity.
You did.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll need to see some of the details that substantiated that. I was on the plane during the awards ceremony, but that was cool. And one thing I want to talk about is for some of you who asked in previous episodes, right? I work remote 100% of the time. I don't have to go to an office. I get up every morning, get Mac on her school thing, and I'm behind my computer. So when we were down at the conference, I was ordering a beer at the hotel bar before we were going out to whatever our next event is that evening. There was a gentleman there sitting with his dog, and he had a beautiful, beautiful like what's the Eskimo dog? Husky, beautiful young husky, and very well behaved. So I complimented him on it, and he asked me about the conference, why we were there. So I went into it, and he asked me if I find them valuable, and because they're supposed to like re-energize you, get you, revigorated for the new year. Like these are things we want to do. These are things we did well in 2022. You give recognition to the people, right? And a lot of people, oh, this is just some big fanfare, smoke and mirror stuff to get everyone excited. But I did say, I was like, no, I mean, they bring a lot of us here together. They put a significant amount of effort into allowing us to collaborate. When you sit behind a computer screen for, all year long, when you finally get to meet some of the people in person and work with them, in that human to human aspect versus computer screen to computer screen, it reminds you again, what you're doing is people, you're in a people business, as I like to say. Yeah. So that was good. All right. Well, first and foremost, we'll go ahead and we'll take care of listener feedback. We've got 3 emails to go ahead and read today.
All right.
But before we go ahead and do that, let's jump right into our agenda. So as Mac alluded to earlier in the beginning of the episode, we'll be talking a little bit about Valentine's Day. All right. What do we do? What do we not do? We'll tell some funny stories of past Valentine's days, and we'll dig into trenches there. And then one of the topics I want to talk about, and this is something I added to our topic sheet that I don't think I've ever discussed with Mac.
No, and it's funny because this is a weird, touchy subject for me.
Okay. All right. This should be interesting. Dreams. Do you dream at night? Can you remember your dreams? Do you ever find yourself where you can like semi-control your dreams, lucid dreaming? We'll talk a little bit about that. And then we'll talk about Super Bowl plans, and Super Bowl picks. What do you do for the Super Bowl? Even if you're not a football person, I do feel a certain way that people still show out for the Super Bowl, right? It's a party night, even though it's on a Sunday and stuff. What do you do? We'll talk about, how we prepare for the game, if we prepare food, if we prepare for a party. We'll talk about that stuff. And then again, we'll go ahead and give some picks there for the game. Then we'll want to talk about, as we had said in the last episode, we were going to bring in some more relevant news topics, some current event type stuff to kind of keep the relevance there for what's going on in today's world versus just talking about us. So we got some takes on the spy balloon from China. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then we'll go ahead and we'll wrap up shop with some trivia here. I'm not sure what Mac has in store for us. God knows what remix he threw on the mixtape this week, but we'll see.
Well, also, before we do trivia, I do have a DIY project I want to talk about that I'm tackling.
Okay.
And give you a little insight. I feel like for some reason, anytime it's my turn to do trivia or whatever, it lands on a holiday. So once again, I had Halloween, I had Christmas, and this one is Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Okay.
Yeah. We got some multiple choice and true and false.
Okay, I like that. All right,
sir.
A lot like one of my exams in the 4th grade. I'm down with it. if it's that similar, then I should be able to ace it.
Okay? I think you're going to do well. I think you will.
All right, word. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and break right into some listener emails. All right. This first one comes in from one of our loyal listeners down in the Panhandle. First and foremost, y'all are killing it. Keep up the great work. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Episode 16, feedback. Comment on the Barnegat Lighthouse trip. Number 1, totally do it. Number 2, when you're out in LBI on your way to the lighthouse, stop at How You Brewin' Cafe and get yourself a coffee and grub. Great stuff. So this is the kind of feedback I like.
Yeah.
I love this shit. Sorry.
And if not to cut you off, but if anybody does go out and take that trip, the chegg, the chicken and the egg, I don't know if I brought it up on that episode. Awesome spot for lunch.
Got you. Got you. Feedback. Black vocal bass is mostly on point, but may need to dial it back the smallest smidge possible. Mac needs more vocal bass in his EQ. All right. I'll take a look at that. I can see it on the soundboard here.
Well, I think it's one of those things where you got to lean back and I got to lean forward.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the things I'm trying to compensate for having a higher pitched voice than you, but that's a personal problem. We'll work on it. Feedback. I don't know if this is just me or if anyone else has made this comment, but in any other podcast, I've listened to the listeners get the gist of the episode from the title and written description. I feel like maybe the itinerary may be overkill, but it can also be your signature move on introducing the episode. Food for thought.
I got this feedback from somebody recently too. They weren't a fan of giving the readout because it's in the description. I personally kind of like it. I don't know if it's because it's us, but that person also said to me too. They liked a recap at the end of the show, like what you talked about. I kind of like. I like what we're doing, but it's interesting because I just got similar feedback that somebody wasn't the biggest fan of it.
That we did do it untitled episode 16, and then there's an agenda that they have to read.
No, if you read that back, I think it's saying since we have the description, we don't need to do it again, right? Is that what it says?
But comment, I've listened to listeners get the gist of from the title and written description.
Mm.
Oh, versus giving an agenda. Yeah,
Like doing it again.
Yeah, I can do that.
Personal preference.
Yeah, I've also heard people don't read a description. I
Mhm.
spend about 45 minutes to an hour writing that
And you
sometimes.
do a really nice job. Got to
Try
admit.
stay imaginative with it. So, no, again, food for thought. I actually have a meeting with this individual tomorrow. They're going to hopefully be one of our first remote guests. So I'll get some more feedback and some more context to these comments, which will, again, help us. And don't worry about being mean or negative. We want the feedback to continue.
You ain't hurting our feelings.
No. Comment. Men's sports leagues as we age. Martial arts. Okay, I can get down with that funk.
That's also, I absolutely love it, but that's something that's grown. That was not a thing when we were in our 20s, or maybe it wasn't a thing we were aware of, but it has grown significantly in the recent years. Whether it's jujitsu, martial arts, all that stuff has become very, very, very popular. If I had the time, you know what I mean? It's really good.
You are
it's
far
something you should
too
learn.
soft for any physical confrontation.
Get out
bro.
of here.
The rise of it probably has to do with the rise of UFC on every Saturday night.
That's exactly what it is.
Mixed martial arts, MMA.
Well, then you also have Joe Rogan. He promotes it all too.
Oh my god!
But
You
it's
guys say,
it's
does he pay to
huge.
say his name once an episode?
A little bit, a little bit.
Oh,
I haven't
man.
told you about it yet.
When I go in your garage, you probably have to like put the blinds up with the naked Joe Rogan pictures and stuff like that.
But
Hide all of them.
If you think about it, though, it's good for even I see a lot of guys I work with doing it with their kids.
Well,
You know what I mean? Which I think is awesome.
if you let me read the rest of the email, I can talk about his reasoning why.
Go ahead.
There we go. Men's sports leagues as we age. Martial arts. Boom. As weird as it may sound, I jumped on the jiu-jitsu train a while ago. Lower risk, higher reward of learning an invaluable skill that you can use to protect yourself, your family, and even pass on to your kids. Humbling to do in the 30s and 40s, but totally worth it. I don't disagree with that at all. I
Yeah,
completely
absolutely.
agree. It's intimidating, and I don't think it'd be easy, but I would like that. Comment on reusable bags. We just got this thing that fits the conventional shopping cart. It opens like a huge filing cabinet for groceries. It's epic. That's what I use. The Cart Daddy, it's called. Okay. We'll be getting to this in a little bit. I need to check some bodies at the door there. All right. Feedback. Around 15:13, there was some sort of weird buzzing audio frequency, but I think y'all figured out it was Mario's phone.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mario's phone is not allowed in our studio while we're working.
No
Mine
phone
runs
today.
the sound. His ain't allowed in
Well,
here.
we think we might have narrowed it down as trying to connect to my
Bluetooth headphones.
my headphones, which might have been the issue. But we're leaving it out of studio today to confirm that.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll be confirmed.
Yeah.
Comment on lessons you teach your son. The handshake is a critical agreement tool. Wimpy handshake will get no deals. Web to web and firm but no overpowering handshake will seal a deal. Web to web. I've never heard anybody call that. You really got to get in there with that one. Okay, cool. All right.
that's a long email.
Well, he sent us some topics for possible episodes in the future, but
Okay.
I don't want to say these
Yeah,
because I
don't.
want to save them for his episode.
Yep.
All right, word.
Good idea.
They're funny. Hey, thank you very much for writing in.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
I enjoyed a lot of that.
I'll be talking to you tomorrow. I can't freaking wait. All right. Next email. Someone used our website format to write in, a little submissions tab at the bottom. So again, thank you very much for utilizing that feature. I think that would be easy for you guys again to be able to write in that way. So this listener has wrote in before. I'm still troubled by the lack of the support that your guests and listeners have for the plastic bag ban. I am grateful to live in a state where progressive initiatives are implemented. While the transition might seem initially burdensome, but we each have an obligation to integrate small changes for the benefit of our planet and for the future of our young children. According to biologicaladversity.org, plastic bags start out as fossil fuels and end up as deadly waste in landfills and the ocean. Birds often mistake shredded plastic bags for food, filling their stomach with toxic debris. For hungry sea turtles, it's nearly impossible to distinguish between jellyfish and floating plastic shopping bags. Fish eat thousands of plastic a year, transferring it up the food chain to bigger fish and marine mammals. Microplastics are also consumed by people through food and in the air. It's estimated globally that people consume equivalent of a credit card of plastic every week. And it's expected that there'll be more plastic than fish in the sea by 2050. I just want to real quick. For all y'all that complain that you can't remember to bring in bags with you to the store that you're going to go bring stuff out of, I ain't got nothing to say to you. You bring toolboxes when you use your tools at a job site. You carry what you need. Because they changed one thing on you, this is now, we get all upset to where we refuse to follow the rule. There's some things that you guys want to be, I don't know, fight the powers on. This ain't it, man. This ain't it. Is it that hard to remember effing bags, dude? Is it just me?
I'll tell you what. This, I feel, goes with almost everything. Nobody likes change. Everybody's going to complain, and they eventually get over it. I might have, in the past episodes, complained about it because I'm the guy that forgets the bags, but it doesn't ruin my day. You know what I mean?
How much change did we just go through since March of 2020, and this is what gets people's panties in a ruffle? You got to be kidding me. I mean,
I'm a forgetful dude when it comes to that, but I agree with you 100%. It is a good thing that we are doing to get away from that, but
I remember going to Sam's Club when I was younger. They didn't give you bags at Sam's Club. My grandfather would bring cardboard boxes and stack things in his cart accordingly, so that he would get to his vehicle, he'd unload it the same way. This is, I think we're getting softer and softer, and if this is the thing we're complaining about, oh boy, check yourself out the door.
Give it 2 more months, and everybody adapts. Nobody likes change. It is what it is.
Well, I just think of all the things to complain about. Oh my God.
I heard
Thank you for that email, though. I love that we put some facts and science behind that argument instead of just listening to all these people complain.
I heard a story, which I don't know if it's 100% true, but I don't know why they would lie. But somebody was selling plastic bags outside ShopRite and got in trouble.
Yeah, they have that. I was in the Dunkin'.
Seen that?
I didn't see that article, but I was in the Dunkin' Donuts the other day, and the lady asked me if I wanted a plastic straw. And I said, well, can I have a straw? I don't see any out. And she was like, oh, we have to hide them back here because we'll get in trouble. No. And I said, well, just put out the paper straws.
This was just some dude outside of a local ShopRite trying to sell the plastic bags that he's accumulated over the years.
Well, gotcha.
Or doing what Dom does and buys them and then this guy was trying to resell them right outside of ShopRite.
I mean, you can do that, sure.
No, he got in trouble.
I mean, I guess you can't be a private vendor on private property. But again, the reasonable bag thing. Gentlemen, we just went over 30 things to teach your son in last episode. Can we use this as an opportunity and an example to be better?
That's a good point.
Is it that big of a deal? No. Okay.
Adapt and overcome.
Yeah, I seen all y'all homies walking out of the Home Depot parking lot trying to shove 8x4 pieces of sheetrock in your little minivan SUV things. Okay, be better. Come on. All right. But thank you again for writing in about that. I'm glad that we've got some controversy among the listeners and some smart ones out there who know what to complain and not to complain about. All right. Mac and Black, longtime listener. This is from one of our, again, as he or she stated, longtime listener. First time writing in, where to begin? Add a tally under a real Christmas tree. Ain't nothing like a real thing, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Secondly, I feel attacked for being a black coffee drinker. I started drinking my black coffee black years ago while on a diet. I didn't want to consume the additives of milk or sugar. Putting anything in my coffee now makes me sick. I don't disagree with that. I've just never really tried black coffee unless it's a necessity.
No, I don't disagree either, and I actually need to change up my ways and switch to black coffee.
Well,
As much as I ripped on it last week or last episode, your boy Mac here got to watch that heart. So
yeah. Well, this is interesting. Putting anything in my coffee now makes me sick. I drink nearly 8 to 10 cups of coffee a day, always black.
whoa,
I thought I had problems with 4 to 5. 8 to
whoa,
10, that's a lot.
you need to slow down.
Yeah, I want you to see 2050 when we're not having more fish than plastic in the ocean. Ooh, my. That's what Black's wife said. Bad ums. What? Yep, that's what Black's wife said. Yep. And in addition to coffee, I always enjoy a beer after a day of work. Oftentimes, I drink IPAs. We really offended this person.
2 for 2.
Yeah. I don't think you are giving them a fair chance. I've been put enough of them in my face to try and be like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much like wine enthusiasts, IPAs have many different flavors. I enjoy going to the liquor store and buy a mixed 6 and choosing different types to try out. IPAs often get a bad rap due to the bad taste or because they are hoppy. Well, you just said it there. They get a bad rap for the bad taste.
Yeah.
And you get 6 different ones all tasting bad. Ugh. But okay, I feel that. I do enjoy that you get to, mix it up. Much like wine tasters, the same can be done with IPAs. I enjoy sipping on them for their uniqueness and quality. The topic of reusable bags, much like the leave a penny, take a penny store, should have a spot where people can leave a bag and take a bag. The struggle to remember your bags is real. Okay. I have begun the habit of using laundry baskets. I now know this is how I must look to other shoppers, but I like the convenience of literally tossing everything in one basket and carrying out one basket in the house.
It's not a
I
bad
think
idea.
we created a solution. I love that. We've adapted. It's the best. All right. When at the self checkout, I take the scan gun and scan everything straight from the basket. Smarter, not harder, my friends. Sweatpants in public. No. This must stop. I agree. I put on, yeah. If the pandemic made this mainstream, I don't know if the pandemic made this mainstream or what, but I was raised to never leave your house unless you are dressed. PJs and sweatpants are not dressed. Much like you never wear dirty underwear, you do not wear your at-home attire outside the home. Unless you are homeless, then the public is your home, and in that case, you have at it. Switching gear, I agree with that.
I agree with the pajamas, not with the sweats.
Dude,
So,
judge a book by its cover. Everybody does it. Man, you gotta look your best.
yeah. Well, all right, I'll go
I
on.
agree. I do like that your home attire should never be worn outside. That's a good rule.
That's a good way to put it.
Yep. Switching gears, I need advice. I'm pushing 40 and do not have children of my own, although I have many nephews and a niece. They are my life, and I am very active in their lives. I am dating a single father with a 9-year-old. His son and I get along so well, and I truly love and care for him as if he was my own. I know you two are happily married with children, but do you have any advice for the to-dos and the not-to-dos when helping to raise a child? I always want to stay in my lane as I am not the parent. I find myself not wanting to overstep a boundary. But what are boundaries as a girlfriend, a boyfriend's child? No one likes someone parenting their child. I understand I do reserve some rights to parent, but the line is a bit blurred for me. So, you want to take that one first? Or you want me to take it?
I'll start. I think it's definitely a touchy subject. I think what is most important is keeping the best interest of the child, kids in mind. I have somebody very, very close to me that is a very similar situation. She's dating a man who has 2 kids, um, and the mother isn't in the real mom isn't in the life in the life of the kids. Um, so she's kind of taking the role of the mother, but there is that fine line. Um, but I think again, if you have the best interests of the children in mind, the man, the woman, whoever it may be that you're dating. I think it all works out. You just want to make sure you're teaching these children uh, the right way to be raised. You know what I mean? And if I think it all relates back to that episode with Dom. If you're a good person, you're teaching these kids good things, good morals, good ethics. The right way to treat people like they want to be treated. I think you're doing it right then. But it's a fine line, a tough line. But it's hard for me to relate. But you know, as long as you're doing the right thing and you feel that it's right, I'm sure you're good.
Yeah, I would say the first. I mean, Mario hit the nail on the head with his initial statement, right? What's ever in the best interest of the kid, of the
Yeah.
child, right? That has to be the main priority in all those relationships. Um, I can tell you from a little bit of experience from my own with some of my nieces and nephews and my godson and stuff like that, right? Again, I think that first point. I think the second thing that's key to them is communication with the other adults or their parents, right? If there are scenarios where you're stepping in or you see that there might be a need, right? Or you feel this that you need to weigh when to jump in, when not to jump in. Right? I would say to have open conversations, open dialogue with those individuals. I know with me and with my situation, we have a special word we say, strawberry, and that means like either that like the two of us need to have a special conversation, whether that's my sister-in-law or in that our scenario when we're trying to do something or stuff like that, or even my wife. Like even in that's where we're co-parenting, right? We're both there. Sometimes still like I know that there's things my wife is going to take the lead on, and then I'll kind of work on those things with her afterwards to make sure that I'm doing right in the co-parent land. So I try to take those same types of thoughts when I'm doing it, if I see it done otherwise. But I would say, to answer your question again, if you love the kid, just be the best person you can be and then have an open dialogue with your boyfriend and make sure that you're growing and progressing in the right direction to be a leader and a family member in their life.
I think that's communication, like you said, is super
Yeah.
important. If you feel maybe you have to bring something up, bring it up. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Absolutely.
only going to solve the problem. You'll get to feel how your significant other feels, and the more communication in a relationship is always best.
And not that I've obviously never been in this situation, but if I were in the situation of your boyfriend, if I was in his shoes, I would want you to feel comfortable to talk to me about those things. I would want you to feel empowered to, again, grow with that parental relationship because those are the shoes that you're in now. So, again, I feel be honest and open.
Yeah, 100%.
He should respect that. Right. And to finish up this email, game, would you share with your wife toothbrush? I accidentally use Maria's toothbrush occasionally, and she gets mad at me.
I would if I had to, but no.
I do it on accident. I don't do it on purpose. I would if I have to, but not on out of necessity.
Yeah,
Only out of
if we were on
necessity.
a camping trip and she like dropped hers in the dirt and she needed mine, sure. But if it's an average Wednesday, no.
Oh, I don't make her wash hers off in the river and give it back to her. Okay. Passwords, sure, have at it. They're all going to be my will anyway.
I ain't got nothing to
Deodorant,
hide.
occasionally I steal my wife's deodorant when mine's empty and I can't find a new one for myself. My
See,
wife probably
that's
just
for
learned
me
that today.
again. If I had to, yes, but no.
Okay, good. Bank accounts.
No.
But yeah, eventually that should get merged. I haven't done it yet, but it will. We're filing our
don't.
taxes jointly, so those might as well. I don't need it.
I don't, and I don't plan on it. Sorry,
She
babe.
can have all my money. I'll be my daughter's ATM anyway.
You know, I have nothing against it. We never did it when we got married, and there's no.
She's just
reason
trying.
to
This
change
person's
the
just trying to
flow.
get us in trouble.
I know, right?
Secrets told to you by friends or a family member. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. What do
depends
you
what
think
it
being
is.
in? I can't in the court of law. They can't have me testify against my wife. So sure. All right. Socks. I don't. No, I can't wear my wife's ankle socks.
She's stolen my socks before, which I don't care, and I ain't fitting in hers. So.
Underwear.
No.
I've never worn
Well,
women's underwear.
I've seen her in my boxers, but I ain't fitting in her undies.
No, I don't think she takes my.
It doesn't go
boxer
both
briefs.
ways for those two.
No. Gum.
No.
Again, out of necessity, but I don't think gum's a necessity.
Mm-mm.
Razor.
I haven't had to.
If like we're traveling and I need to like clean up the lines on my beard real quick, and I'll be like, shit, I forgot a razor.
Yeah.
Can I have yours? And then I have to throw it away after though.
in that situation, yes. If it's another one of those. If I had to, but tomorrow, no.
Yeah. Again, only a lot of those things out of necessity. Password, sure, go
Yeah,
ahead and have
maybe
them.
that's what this listener's getting at. But yeah, would it if it came down to it? Yeah.
I'd like to end by saying you guys are doing a great job on the podcast. I find myself responding out loud as if I were sitting with you in Mac or Black Castle. Keep up the good work, listener and fan for life. Coco. Or
Thank you.
did I say Coco correctly? Or did I just take some
I,
artistic liberties
I
there with
think
that
that
one?
was good. But
Word.
thank you for writing in. That was a great email.
Yeah, no, again, thank you very much for writing in. We talked about this a little in the episode and the episode before that we do this a lot for you guys and we love the participation. So
Yeah.
let's jump right into it, dude.
Yeah, let's do it.
All
So
right.
first one, Valentine's Day. What do we do's and do nots, or do's and don'ts?
Valentine's Day just sneaks up on me all the time as if I don't know I have 2 weeks of February to prep for it.
I'm last minute with everything. Christmas, anniversaries, Valentine's Day, so it's no surprise for me.
I'm making a point in my job to never be reactive, and I find myself in life being very reactive.
So I got some do's and don'ts.
For who? Is this for like
Um
fourth grade Mac?
no,
Is this
this
for
goes
like
this goes for the average man or
average Joe?
woman if you're single. But all right, so Valentine's Day may seem kind of focused around the man doing stuff for women, girls, whatever.
Oh no.
No, no, no.
Oh,
But I
here we
think one
go.
of the do's, and it could go either way, but buy sexy lingerie. It's one day of the year. Get romantic, get sexy, buy some sexy lingerie.
For the man?
Yeah, well, the woman, buy it for
The
the
man
man.
buys it for the woman.
No, well, you can. I've done that before, but a surprise is always nice too.
Well, you said it's some advice for the men out there.
Well, the men can get some sexy boxers or something, right?
Sexy
I got
boxers?
some silk boxers with hearts.
I'm picturing things in my head now.
You
And my
shouldn't.
gears are stalling.
You shouldn't.
No.
I think this is a fun one. Go outside the average. Buy something different than roses.
Yeah, I can dig it down with that.
Some don'ts. If you're single, don't contact your ex.
Yes,
if you're in a relationship,
do not do that.
If you're in a relationship and it ain't going well, do not break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend on Valentine's Day. Save it for tomorrow.
Or do it the day before so you don't have to take her or him out to dinner.
There you go. Get creative when you say I love you. Do it in a fun way, creative way. Keep it spontaneous and fun.
Again, don't spray paint it on your ex's car.
Do it with rose petals on the bed, right?
There you go, exactly.
I think one of the don'ts is don't forget to say it right away, beginning of the day. Definitely say it.
Absolutely.
Text, phone call, say it to their face, whatever it may be. Don't forget to say it. I think another fun one is plan outside the box. Get creative, whether it's be dinner, gifts. It doesn't. I saw a good one too. It was like don't blow up Valentine's Day. It doesn't have to be this blown up holiday. You could do something cute, little, and creative.
Yeah, I totally agree. I know that there's a lot of people out there who be like, oh, Valentine's Day, we don't celebrate that. We're above that. Listen, everybody wants to be a little,
Everybody needs a little
little
love.
something. Even if it's you buy the $2 card from the CVS, just do it and write it and make it so that that person feels like they were thought about on this
Yeah.
special day.
Definitely.
Because they're gonna hear the people who do love it and whose significant others go above and beyond, that they did X, Y, Z, this, that, and everything else, and they're gonna feel a little empty. So just do it for them, right?
Yeah.
You got any advice for the single guys on Valentine's Day? Outside of don't text your exes, big do not.
Nah, because with guys it's a little easier. Get on PlayStation and play some Call of Duty if you're lonely. Go out with the boys drinking.
Yeah.
For the girls,
Go play some
don't
Rage
dwell
Duty.
on it. If you don't have somebody, go out with the girls and celebrate. You know what I mean?
Amen.
I think it goes for either way. Go out with the boys, go out with the girls. Guys are easier. Guys don't get hung up on that stuff. But girls might be home like, oh, I'm lonely. Go out with the girls. Have a girls' night.
I don't know why bars don't have like a singles only thing on Valentine's Day.
I bet you there is.
Like, we don't want your weak ass, soft ass couple coming in here for 1 hour, ordering 2 drinks, and then going home and falling asleep. Like, we want these singles that want to meet each other and rage.
They probably have them. At least, if not, they should, because it's a really good idea.
That is a really good idea.
Yep.
We might need to cut that out, that business idea.
There
All
you
right.
go. Mac and Black Bar.
What do you remember from Valentine's Day when you were younger? Because I remember we would get like the themed Valentine's Day cards, get your class list out, and you'd write a Valentine's Day and give a little like piece of candy, and then you'd go around class, and I would have like the gargoyles, Transformers, like Batman, Valentine's Day cards, and I remember giving them out to all
I
my classmates when I was younger.
I remember one memory that sticks out from when I was younger. We made like little baskets for our desks,
Mm-hmm.
and then at some point in the day, you'd get up and you go around to everybody's
Yep.
desks, and
Yep.
your mom or dad or whoever would buy cards for all. Like so my daughter, we got a list of all the kids in class, so we got a pack of like just little like fun cards, PJ Masks or um, whatever
Yeah.
kids are watching. It's a Valentine's Day card. You have them sign it, and you put it in each kid's basket around the desk. I remember doing that. That was fun. Everybody got a card.
Sometimes I think when I talk on here, you don't listen to me.
Why? What'd you say?
I said the same exact thing you just did.
Yeah, but that's what I remember too.
Oh,
Like,
word. Okay.
with
Ah.
you didn't
So we
say
did-
the
we
basket
did the
thing,
same
but we
thing.
had baskets on our desk that you made in class, and then you hung on the end of
I
your
think we
desk.
would all take boxes, and we would like a tissue box. I
Uh-huh.
think that was what we had to bring in, and we would decorate the outside of the tissue box and like make it our. And you get home and you'd open all your Valentines stuff, and then there was always drama. Someone didn't give you a card, but the heart. I remember trying to do Valentine's Day in a budget in my younger 20s. That was a little bit difficult. I remember you get stimp going out to dinner on Valentine's Day with the preordained menu items, right? You pick like two things and that's
Oh,
it, and it'd be like
yeah.
200 per person. So I never did anything crazy
No,
like
I
that.
never did anything crazy like that. I was a little romantic. There was a spot down by me. It's like a gazebo right on the water that overlooks the bay, and just to go out there and hang out kind of thing. And I did one of those kind of like, I guess, cheaper dates, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's not a
Flat-
cheaper date. It's
fl-
the thought that counts, Mac.
Yeah,
There you
cards
go.
and cards and flowers, and we went there and hung out, kind of thing.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. My wife's favorite restaurant is Applebee's, and I refuse to go to Applebee's anytime during the year. So we typically do the Applebee's on Valentine's Day.
Did you ever hear of people doing the White Castle Valentine's Day? I
See-
have a friend that's a couple that have been doing it for years.
If my wife was a meat eater, I might have to get her on that, but she's a vegetarian.
Yeah, they apparently you got to make reservations, and it's like a different menu and everything.
A White Castle Valentine's Day? That's a different menu?
I'm pretty. I think so.
Okay, word.
I
I
think
might.
so.
I might have to just make a solo reservation there for two.
Maybe
Okay.
we'll go.
All
We'll
right,
go.
you and me.
Me and you.
You got to wear the wig.
Deal.
All right, fine.
Deal.
Deal. I know you want the flow back, so that's cool.
I'm losing my hair, so yeah, it'll be nice.
But as a guy on Valentine's Day, I don't think I really expect much.
No, I don't expect anything besides the sexy lingerie. But other than
Okay.
that, no, I don't. I think it's just a guy thing. I don't expect anything. I want to wine and dine my lady.
No, and I'm also like, if I don't get anything on Valentine's Day, like my heart is not broken.
No,
But
no.
I'm also not a single guy, so I've at least got someone to celebrate it with. But again, gentlemen, treat the ladies. Flowers cost $10 to $15.
Show
Small
'em you
bottle
care.
wine, $10 to $15. A card costs $2. Chocolate costs, $8, $9, $12. Just the thought counts. It'll go a long way. So don't forget it. Don't overlook it. And even if she says she's not into it, go ahead and go the effort.
100%. 100%.
What we got next?
I'm gonna let you start
The
this
dreams.
because I'm gonna answer all three questions. The do you dream at night? Can you control them? What are they about if you can remember? So I'm gonna let you go first because this is something I've thought about before.
There are some nights that I go to sleep, like, and I know I'm tired, and like I know I'm gonna sleep through the entire evening, and I'm like, I'm gonna have some crazy dreams tonight. And I don't say that like negatively. I don't often have nightmares, but I dream every single night. And some nights I'm at the point where I kind of know what I'm doing in the dream. It seems crazy. Like the other day I was trying to catch massive sturgeon on like a 2-foot beach with my hands.
Well, that's an awesome dream. But hold on, back up a few steps. You dream every night,
every night
and you
almost.
remember them.
I remember them in the morning when I wake up, or I can wake up in the middle of the night and have to like go bathroom,
You're a
and I
weirdo.
can put myself back in the dream.
You're weird.
Yeah, but I do it like probably 90% of the nights I dream.
Now, can you control them besides the fact that like you can go back into the dream after going to the bathroom, like in the dream, like because that's what you have down here. Can you control them? Like if
Yeah.
you're in a dream and something's going wrong, can you change the outcome?
So it's interesting how you stated that question because that's exactly how I was going to explain it. Like as I'm going through the dream, I don't necessarily know if it's me controlling it, but I feel present enough to where like I'm in this boat or like I'm doing this thing. But then what happens is in the dream, I feel like I get to a point where I want my brain, like my regular brain, not my REM, is trying to counteract the thing. So like I'll try to run, my foot will be stuck on the concrete, or it'll be my foot won't move, or I'll try to yell. Right?
Yeah.
I could talk at points. I couldn't do it there, or I'll try to punch something. My punches don't make any type
Mm-hmm.
of impact.
Yep, they're useless.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
read. I think I've been able to read letters in my dreams.
so that's funny. So like for me, I don't dream all the time. Dreaming for me is kind of rare. I could go a while without any dreams
Well, why is it a touchy subject?
because when I do dream, I feel like they're never anything good. It's always bad shit. The whole thing, like you said, punching and it does nothing. Bad situations. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I can't say I sat down and had like a great dream. At least not recently. I don't know. I live you know a very busy, stressful life, and I here's one of the things I always somebody said to me, like, oh well, why don't you talk to somebody, find out what your dreams mean? I don't want to know. I don't want to know, and I don't believe half that stuff that people could tell me what it means. So, and that may be me being stubborn, but yeah, I had a recent dream about a week ago, and that's the thing. I can't always remember them, but I remember bits and pieces. I woke up in a sweat, like like
Yeah.
freaking out, and it was something not good. Obviously, I woke up in a panic.
Well, there are times where I will wake up from a bad dream and my eyes will just flash open because whatever I was going on in my dream became way too stressful. And I'm literally
Yes.
like, Nick, wake up, wake up, wake up. And then my eyes shoot open and I don't want to move my body because it's almost like I feel like those bad things are in the room with me.
Yeah.
And I used to do that, I remember when I was little. But like, there's a dream I have consistently where in my backyard, I have a deck that overlooks a fenced in area. And beyond the fence is wolves, like a pack of wolves. And I get concerned that my dogs will go outside and somehow the wolves will come over the
Hmm.
fence. So they'll try to jump over. So I go out and I bark and the wolves run away. And
Can we hear this bark?
I mean, I don't know what I do in the dream, but that's a dream that reoccurs. I also have the dream that my teeth fall out, but I don't think that has anything to do with anything outside of me having dental implants and
It could be.
being
And
super worried they're always going to fall out when I eat,
I don't want to
even though they
sound,
don't.
I probably sounded really over dramatic a minute ago, but I mean, I've had good dreams in the past. I just don't dream often. And I feel like more often than not, it's like a, it's like a, just a situation. I'm not happy. I wake up breathing heavy. Um, I woke up like fist clenched sometimes. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. But I don't dream that often. Once a month, maybe.
So sometimes I'll
That's what I
wake.
was saying. This is a touchy subject because it's weird. I find it very weird on that way.
Oh, dude, there's sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, no, I didn't want that dream to end. Whatever I was doing there was dope, and I was doing some stuff. That was fun.
We dream very differently, my friend.
I think I asked him one time, and he was like, "No, I don't dream either." So I don't know if I don't. I don't. They say people who play video games can control their dreams a little bit more often. I don't think I play video games more than anyone else.
I think that relates to kind of controlling the character in the game.
I guess so. The way you're more cognitive, reacting to something outside the. I have no idea. I'm just talking nonsense at this point. But
Yeah. Well, that's why I was saying there's people that could tell you. There's things you could look up online that says like I dreamt about this. This is what it means.
yeah, again,
I wonder like and the thing that sucks is like I wonder what it is for you when you could do that. But for me, it's like I don't want to know.
well, they say like the teeth falling out things. Like you care about what people think of you. I could give a shit what people think about me. You like me or you don't. We'll move along.
Or deep down inside you do.
I don't really think so. I think you know me well enough to know that I really don't care if people like me or not.
No, I think me and you are
No.
kind of the same in
Yeah.
that.
I'm a good guy.
Can
I try to be,
can
and if
care
I'm not, I
less.
hope you help me realize it. Outside of that, I want none of the negative. So
But for this topic, I wonder about some listener feedback.
you
Um,
read my mind.
I'd be
Let us
interested to
know.
hear. Do you dream like me? Do you dream like Black? Do you dream at all? Like, what are your thoughts? What are your takes on this? Because that's why, like, I've always wondered, why are my dreams that way? And the guy sitting next to me over here, Mr. Happy Dreams, that control the outcome, is the way he is. What's the difference?
Yeah.
You know?
I know my mom, she'll call me up and she'll be like, "Oh, Nick, I had the craziest dream last night." And sometimes she can recollect it. Or my wife will wake up and be like, "I'm mad at you." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "You had a girlfriend in my dream last night." I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." Different thread of reality here. Okay, let's just calm down. I don't. Here's my phone. Here's my iPad. What do you want to know?
I've seen some funny memes or like those short clips where the wife or the girlfriend's mad. She's like, you cheat on me. You cheated on me in my dream last night.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, roll this one back."
Oh, that's good.
That's funny.
That's good.
All
But
right.
yeah, let us know.
Yeah, definitely write
I'm
in.
I'm interested on that one.
Absolutely.
Which topic you want to hit next, bud?
We'll
I'd like
roll
to
right.
switch
We'll do
gears.
the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So this couldn't be the a worse Super Bowl for me. And when y'all, if there's Chiefs fans out there, I'm not trying to be negative. You don't understand how much I have cleaned up the way I speak negatively about other football teams. You have no idea. This could not be the least two favorite teams I've ever had being in the Super Bowl. I called the Chiefs the enemy. Again, Chiefs fans, it's nothing against you. I don't like playing you for the last 20 years. And the Eagles fans, it's everything against you because you're all a bunch of scumbag, crazy sons of bitches. They have to grease the poles in Philadelphia so you guys don't climb them.
And you know what sucks?
You're insane.
I work in a highly I work right outside Philly. It's Eagles stuff everywhere. I walked in my office today. There was an Eagles poster on the wall. Excuse me. I'm like, what the heck? So I have one other Giants fan in the office. So I was like, Mike, you gotta get a Giants like poster or something to put up. But the only thing not to give any credit, but my brother is right outside Philly where he lives, and the fan base in that area is wild. All the people, um, the light posts and the like the lights right outside your front door and stuff, they change them to green bulbs.
Yeah,
It's pretty wild.
Gang Green. That's
Yeah,
the Jets. Kelly Green. Yeah, that's the Eagles. It's Kelly Green.
yeah.
But, I mean, so I think that this is my unbiased opinion here. Now, team, I made it known I don't like either of these teams, okay, for different reasons. I think it's going to be 31-17 Philadelphia.
Bringing back Nick's picks.
I'm not bringing back Nick's picks because that put me in NFL hell for
So
the whole
what did you
season
say?
this year.
31-7. What did you say? 30?
The rate, just to talk about this, to give credence, the Raiders statistically were the unluckiest team in 2022. That's why Nick's picks is gone. But I'm not doing Nick's picks. It's just my one.
Got it. What would you say
31,
the final was?
31-17
31-17.
Philadelphia.
Okay.
hmm
All right.
I'll never vote for the Chiefs. Just sorry. I hate y'all.
What are you doing for the Super Bowl?
Oh, I typically my rule is if the Chiefs are in a Super Bowl, I'll host a party so that I don't have to pay attention to the game and I'll just spend the whole time taking care of everybody, making food, serving out the beers, making sure everyone's got a refreshment, that kind of stuff, and I won't have to pay attention too much. But I'm actually going to hang out with DT in Baltimore, my best man. Haven't seen him really,
Oh,
hung out with him
nice.
since the wedding. He's my wife's godfather as well, so I want to get some good time to hang out with him this weekend and down in Baltimore. So
Awesome.
that's what I'll be doing. A little change up this year. Sometimes I've gone down to like one of the local bars. They'll do like 150 tickets, closed doors. You go through a
Mhm.
buffet, apps, food, desserts. They give giveaways. Other times I've just gone to some parties, but I feel like you've got to do something for the bowl.
Yeah. In the younger days, it was different, but I hate the fact that it's on so damn late because I ain't gonna make it with work the next day.
Especially for the blue collar boys who got to get up in the morning, man.
Yeah, I wish it was early, especially on a Sunday. It'd be fun if it was earlier because um, I like to host, and I think we are having people over this year. So I plan on doing wings, some ribs, My wife makes dips and stuff like that. And again, since I don't really care about who's playing too much, I'm gonna make my own seasonings and stuff like that. But it just like I'm gonna start before the game for all this because truthfully, when it gets kind of late after the kids go to bed, everybody else get out. I need to go to sleep. I wish it started earlier, man, because I do enjoy watching it and everything like that. But I also enjoy the food, so I'm gonna have some fun. I think we're just having family over, and I'm gonna get a little creative with some barbecuing.
Good. I'm glad. And br- to your point, I wish they did have the Super Bowl on a little bit earlier because it goes on at like what 7:30,
Yeah,
8 o'clock, and I mean in Cali, that's 4 or 5 o'clock. Let's move it up to like maybe a 4 p.m. Eastern
yeah.
kickoff.
It'd be even better. You can enjoy the game a little bit more because again, a lot of people got to go to work.
I mean, and they say that the Monday after the Super Bowl is the most unproductive day of the year when it comes to, an output from a working perspective. So I agree with you.
Yeah,
I wish they move it up a little
but
bit. I think it can end at 11 o'clock at night.
yeah, which I won't probably make it to, but I'm pretty pumped to do some cooking this year and have some fun with that and have a few people over.
Oh, absolutely. You got to have the nachos. You got to have the wings. You got
Yep.
to. I want to be one of those guys who can do like smoked brisket, considering I
I
have
want a
zero cooking
smoker
talent.
so bad. But no, I have a little special sauce I make for my wings. I have a rub I'm gonna do on the ribs that I just have my own little special thing I do, and we'll do some like some buffalo dip, and some other veggie platters and meat platters and stuff like that. So I'm excited to pig out a little bit and just stuff my face too.
Yeah, I agree. But definitely do something for the Super Bowl. I think it's a good excuse. Go out, eat some of that bar food, eat some of that grub, go hit a party up, even stop by for a little bit. Don't have to stay till the end.
Yeah.
Or hit one of those bars though, man. The raffles. They got enough good
Are
giveaways that
you in any raffles?
I refuse to bet on sports. No, I'm not in
Really?
yeah, I'm not
At all?
bro,
You never do?
I'm a Raider fan. I ain't betting on nothing.
No, I
No.
know, but you never even let's say with baseball or anything, you're not a gambler?
No.
Really? I didn't know
Nope.
that.
I don't do any sports gambling at all whatsoever. DraftKings, FanDuel,
None
Barstool,
of that.
none. Nope.
Interesting. I mean, I don't do it either, but I thought you would.
I think I placed a bet one time
How'd you
on
do?
the Falcons to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and then Tom Brady came back from 28 to 3 and he won. So I'm never betting again. Yep, poor experience one time, never do it. I don't make enough money to gamble.
That's how I feel.
So
Now let me ask you though, off the sports subject, if we go down to AC for a night, you gambling?
nope.
Really?
No, again, I don't make enough money to I find
Ah.
no desire in sitting at a blackjack table or
Tell you
taking
what,
100 and letting it ride on black. I think it's cool to say put 100 on black, but no, I'm not doing that.
gotcha. I'll put a little aside for AC, but yeah, I don't bet on sports
Oh,
either.
Atlantic City skeeves
But
me out.
I might have to save you some of the ribs since you'll be away.
Yeah, I will be down in the Baltimore Sea. I'll probably get some good seafood there this weekend, though. I'm
Yeah.
excited for it.
Yes, sir.
That's why we're recording the podcast here on a Tuesday. I got a little shout out to Mac for being flexible with me. We wanted to make sure to get you guys an episode, but being I was going to be away all weekend, I wanted to spend Friday with the girls and make sure I got to spend some time with them before I went down away for the weekend. So again, thank you, Mac. Looks on that,
Yeah,
brother. Appreciate
100%,
it.
buddy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So before we get into trivia, I think we touched on DIY, do-it-yourself projects a little bit last week, but I think we brushed over it a little bit. You're
Yeah.
refocusing for 2023. We got a new project we're finishing. What you doing?
Well, I've made some good progress.
The door's done.
Closet door is in my daughter's room. She went to her mother's house like last week, and I stayed home. And my daughter's big
Your
kid,
daughter went to your mother's house. Her mother's house.
my wife, my daughter, and my son.
Oh, okay.
They
Your
all went
wife
together.
to your mother-in-law's.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
You
yeah,
made
yeah,
it
yeah.
sound like you were separated from your
No,
wife.
no. But so yeah, we recently redid my daughter's room to a big girl room, and for some reason the house never had a kind of official closet door, so put up a new closet door. The hood vent is all the crowns finished. I went caulked it. All the nail holes are good. I went and got a paint to match the cabinets, so just got to paint it. So that's 100% caulked, ready to go. Nails hold filled, but so some of the guys, we have a little Call of Duty group, and unfortunately, my setup has moved to the garage, but it has been freezing cold. So I have this one giant closet in my family room. It is big, So
Make it happen. I've been praying for this.
yeah, so you can actually fit. I have a lot of stuff, and I'll take a picture of it and post it on the Instagram. But so what I when I went to Home Depot the other day with Claire to get the cabinet paint, while they were mixing the paint, I was like, let me go browse about this idea I've been, thinking about. So it's going to be a 16 wide inch shelf, and then I'm getting the hinges, but they come on the strip. And what I'm going to do is put it on the wall, and I found a small chain, so it folds up, and then you undo the chain, it comes down. I'll fit a computer chair in there, and I'll do what you guys all do, just have my monitor and my PS4.
Yep.
For now, I'll just throw an extension cord,
Yep.
but I could easily run some Romex under the house, pop up through the wall, and do an outlet to plug it in there. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a hinge style desk that comes down. I could play in there.
Let's
Don't
go.
have to be in the freezing garage.
Yep.
And I could I could be in a closet and be as loud as I want.
That's legit. That closet that you've got there,
It's
the people who see on
huge.
the Insta, it's perfect for that. And if you get the kids their own rooms with all their toys and stuff in it, maybe there's some stuff you could pull out of there, put in crawl space,
Well,
put in the
right
attic,
now
the loft.
we've cleaned that closet. You could walk in there.
Oh, perfect.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll take some pictures of the progress, but hood
That's
vent just needs some paint, and then I'm free to build this little shelf desk.
because to set your system up, you just need a monitor, an HDMI cable to connect to the PS4, two power outlets for the PS4, the monitor.
Yeah.
Everything else is Wi-Fi, so you Gucci, baby.
Which
All right,
I
I
have
like
all
that.
that, but yeah, the garage ain't gonna cut it.
I
It's
like
too cold.
it's just too cold out there. The equipment shouldn't be out there. It's hard for you
Yeah.
to get out there. And then you can sit in that little closet while Tony's watching TV.
Yeah,
right there,
right
you.
there on the couch.
And it's more social. You're together. You're not locked out or being, no big boundaries. That's like it. I
Yeah,
like it.
I'm pretty excited about it.
All right, cool. Well, I hope
So.
to see some progress there.
You have anything or?
I've got a few, but I have to get no, I'm still working on finishing the last 1% of all my projects I've did the past year.
We
so.
live on that 1%. This is what it is.
I walk around every day and add it to my list. So
Are you ready to
I am
switch it
ready
for Max Valentine's Day trivia? Oh, so all right, you ready to get it going?
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
it.
So this is we have 5 multiple choice questions and 5 true and false questions, all based around Valentine's Day. All right, so whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
All
Hit
right.
me, baby.
Question number 1. Approximately how many Valentine's cards are swapped each year? A, 500,000,
Oh
B,
my God.
1 million, C, 25 million, or D, 150 million. Now, I could give you one of these sheets. It doesn't have the answers on it if you want to read back the question.
I'm gonna go with C.
C, 25 million.
Yeah.
All right, let me just mark down your answer here, buddy. All right, question number 2. What is the most popular Valentine's Day gift in the U.S.? A, candy, B, jewelry, C, flowers, or D, a card?
Card.
All right.
Cheapest.
It is. It is. Either that or candy is the cheapest.
It's like McDonald's.
All right. All right, number 3. Who first declared February 14th as Valentine's Day? Julius Caesar,
No.
Pope Galasius, C, St. Valentine, or D, President Millard Fillmore?
Let me see that. What was B?
Pope, how would you say that? Galasius?
Pope Galasius?
Galasius?
Galasius? I'm gonna say D.
D?
D.
Okay.
It's a Hallmark holiday. Ain't none of them historic dudes make that stuff.
All right. Question number 4. What is the top candy purchased for Valentine's Day? Chocolates, Skittles, Ring Pops, or the Conversation Hearts?
Say those one more time.
What is the top candy purchased for Valentine's Day? Chocolates, Skittles, Ring Pops, or Conversation Hearts?
Conversation Hearts. It's the only time I ever see them.
All right. Question number 5. What percentage of people will dine out on Valentine's Day? 70%, 10%, 35%, or 55%?
35%.
All right. That wraps up our multiple choice. We're going to move on to a quick true and false, and then we'll review your answers,
Hopefully
buddy.
this is easier.
All right. True and false. Valentine's Day is the most popular holiday for sending cards. True or false?
False. Christmas has got to be because you send them regardless.
All right. Number 2. Women purchase more Valentine cards than men. True or false?
False. Again, it's a men for women's holiday, I believe. Now, I don't mean that negatively. It could go both ways.
Number 3.
Or the same way.
Valentine's Day is the busiest day, or the busiest holiday, for restaurants. Valentine's Day is the busiest holiday for restaurants. True or false?
False. I think Mother's Day is.
Number 4. California is the state that produces the most candy in the U.S. True or
No
false?
shit. Oh, that's a true or false question?
Not a statement.
I say false because Hershey's is located in Pennsylvania. And I would say that Pennsylvania is the largest chocolate producer in the world. Although I could be wrong because there could be cocoa or some plant out there that there's natural or is more abundant. I don't know. Is that the last one?
One more. Jewelry stores in the U.S. sell over $10 billion in jewelry during the month of February. True or false?
True. Like, oh my God. Every kiss begins with K. He went to Jared's. Oh, all of them.
All right. Let's review my man. So hold this for me. There we go. Let me just switch this paper. All right. So going back to review your answers. You actually did pretty good, bud. Going back over our answers, we'll hit the multiple choice first. You did actually pretty good, bud.
Good.
All right. So number 1, approximately how many Valentine's cards are swapped each year? The options were 500,000, 1 million, 25 million, or 150 million. You said 25 million, but you were wrong, buddy. It's D. 150 million are swapped every year.
Wow. Okay.
Think about schools. You know what we were talking about with Valentine's Day?
True.
You know what I mean? All right. Number 2, what is the most popular Valentine's gift in the U.S.? A, candy, B, jewelry, C, flowers, D, a card. You said card, but the answer was A. Candy and sweets beat out all other gifts.
Bro, Halloween is candy. Valentine's Day is candy. I need to be in the candy business.
All right. Number 3, who first declared February 14th as Valentine's Day? Julius Caesar, Pope Galasius, St. Valentine, or President Milford Fillmore? You said President Milford Fillmore, but the answer was actually Pope Galasius. The Pope declared the day in the 5th century.
In the 5th century, these
Yes,
people were making a market for Valentine's Day cards? Oh, my God.
Started back in the day. All right, moving right along.
That one threw me.
What is the top candy purchased for Valentine's Day? Chocolates, Skittles, Ring Pops, or Conversational Hearts? And you said Conversational Hearts. You are correct.
Yes.
You
yes.
said they pop up around Valentine's Day.
It's like candy corn and turkey on Thanksgiving. You shouldn't eat it any other day.
What percentage of people will dine out on Valentine's Day? Options were 70, 10%, 35%, or 55.
35.
You said 35. That is correct.
Bing, bing, bing.
People spend money dining out. 35% of people spend money dining out on Valentine's Day. All right. And the last, we got 5 true and false. All right. Valentine's Day is most popular holiday for sending cards. You said false, and that is correct. Christmas is number 1. Number 2, women purchase more Valentine's Day cards than men, and you said false. That is actually true. Women buy about 85% of all Valentine's Day cards.
Men, get on your game, bros.
Yes, sir. Number 3, Valentine's Day is the busiest holiday for restaurants. You said false. And you were right. And you were also right when you said Mother's Day.
Love your moms.
Right.
Take care of the moms.
Sir.
Everyone's got a mom.
Yeah, man.
You weren't on this planet without one.
All right. Number 4, California is the state that produces the most candy in the U.S. You said false. That is actually true. California leads production in all chocolate and non-chocolate candy.
Well, ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. All right. Jewelry stores in the U.S. sell over $10 billion in jewelry during the month of February. You said true. That is actually false. The highest it ever was February 2016. It hit a $2.6 billion, but it never got
I can't
close.
be off by billions.
It never got close to 10 billion.
No, I guess
2.6 billion was the most it ever was in 2016. But you did pretty good overall, man.
I should have been better on some of those.
Yeah.
But okay. All right. I like it. And I like that you get stuck with the themed trivia because you do a good job of of bringing that home. So,
I try.
yeah, nicely done.
So yeah, man. Awesome. Awesome.
Mac, I think that takes us through episode 17.
Yes, sir. And I'm glad we met up midweek. You're a busy man this month, sir.
I'm a busy man. Thank you. I appreciate you again, you being flexible. Hey, first and foremost, as we start off with each episode, thank you guys for writing in. We love logging on every few weeks, checking the Gmail, seeing some good feedback from our loyal listeners out there, letting us know they're tuning in, and we're giving them, you guys, a good product. Mac, any closing words for the team and the guys and girls out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, who wrote in today. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody, boys, girls, men, and women. We love you all. And don't forget to visit our socials. All right, guys. We are Mac and Black Podcast on Instagram. We have macandblack21 at gmail.com. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. Email us. We love all you guys. Did I miss anything?
I don't know why we say like boys, girls, men, and women like we're like at a circus. I don't know. It's funny that we say
Should we
that.
go, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, you just talked about lingerie on Valentine's Day, so I hope there's not a bunch of young men and women out there listening.
Yeah, fair enough. So
yeah, touche. But no, thank you guys for listening. macandblack.com. You can access everything through the site. Please keep us going. We do it for you guys, and that's all we got for you here. All right. So we'll see you guys in a few weeks. We hopefully have a guest coming up on the next episode. So once we do, we'll let you know. Check out the website for updates. Black out. Mac, be good, brother.
catch you guys later.
Peace.